This is the Two Pink Tits podcast. Two tits, no limits, one mission.
Hello, Queens. I'm Coach Darling, your go-to pink queen for prosperity, passion, and perky perspective. And I'm here with my better half in sass, strategy, and my twin boob, the one and only, a little coach with a whole lot of fire, Amy.
Together, we're your double trouble duo behind the Two Pink Tits. The podcast that gives you the lift on all things real, raw, and ridiculously relatable. We've been in a relationship for 3 years, and by the end of 2024, we officially joined forces in business and badassery to bring this bold, boob-powered podcast to life. Each episode, a full cup or two of juicy convo from prosperity, purpose, and personal growth to the unfiltered, saggy, and sometimes unclassed moments of being human.
We're not here to preach, teach, or pop out perfection. We're here to share the lived in, laughed through, cried about, sometimes what the fuck parts of our journey, boobs, brains, and all. So if you're into honest chats, hot takes, deep dives, and maybe just the occasional nipple-slip of wisdom, you're in the right place.
Two coaches, two perspectives, two unapologetic pink tits, keeping it real, raw, and a little risque. Bravo, babe.
Shall we dive in? Welcome back to the Two Pink Tits podcast, where we say what you're thinking with a busty chest and no shame.
Today's episode is a little different. There's no guest, no rules, just us and our perky little tits, and one hard-hitting question after another.
We're calling this one The Knockers because we're doing a full frontal on it all, metaphorically and maybe literally, and knocking our big boob energy together to reveal the bigger truth, courage, and chaos.
Serving cleavage and clarity, slightly inappropriate, 100% necessary. Two tits and a mic. Let's go!
Let's go. Welcome back, a little coach. How lovely it is to be back in the space with you. Been a while since just you and I did a podcast.
I know. I love it when it's just us together in this space with your pink light and energy.
My pink, light, and bouncy perky tits. That's what you were trying to say.
Pink perky tits.
Pink perky tits, right? Nice alliteration. Right. Shall we jump in then to the round one of the Firestarters?
I am ready.
So we're going to be cheeky, confident, and some nipple-slip quickies. Okay, so a little coach. What's the wildest thing you've ever said yes to without thinking?
Ooh, this is a juicy personal one. So I said yes to moving in with you, Coach Darling, only after 3 months.
Jeez.
Because I was about to have another surgery and I knew you'd be the most supportive and loving pink ding to go through it with. It wasn't logical, it was love, and I've never looked back.
Oh, cute. Hey, so that was soft, bold, and completely unbothered.
Okay, Coach Darling, are you ready?
Ready, hit me.
The first thing you do with $1 million.
$1 million. So we're in South Africa. What would I do with 22 million rand, right?
Do I need to do a check quickly?
Let me
do a check. 1 million US.
1 million US? Okay, so 18 million rand. Okay, 18 rand to $1. Okay, 18 million rand. I would probably, the first thing I would do, I would build a meditation studio from the ground up.
Any added detailed perky?
So I would make it a fully experiential space with music and sound and 3D effects. And I would make it new and fresh and exciting. And it would have like the latest technology in it. It would just completely blow your mind to go there.
Love that. Can we do that now, please, Queens?
Right. Okay, little coach. What would your boobs say if they could talk for 1 minute on a mic?
Ooh, the first thing that say is we've been through it. Surgery, scars, near-death moments, and still perky with purpose. We're not just decoration, we're storytellers, nurturers, warriors in a bra. Respect the tits.
I love that. Warriors in a bra. That feels like that could be a line. We don't cover up, we just uncover truth, right? Absolutely. Okay, let's go with another one, little coach. What's the weirdest compliment you've ever received?
Ooh, someone once said to me that I looked like Drew Barrymore.
Like 51st dates, Drew Barry.
Exactly. And I've been riding that compliment like a wave ever since. I mean, if you squint maybe and add soft lighting, then maybe I could see the resemblance. Okay, Coach Darling, your one is if your boobs had a name, what would they be called as a duo?
The Betty Bouncers.
Jeez. Do tell more. Why would you give it?
The Betty Bouncers because I'm a nice, comfortable B cup size. So I feel like two Bs would be the Betty Bouncers, right? They make a wonderful duo that could sing their little boobs out.
Holding space like a damn good bra.
Yes.
Okay, Coach Darling, another one for you. What's your alter ego stripper name?
Priscilla, Queen of the Pole.
Jeez, you answered that very quickly, like you thought about it already, hey?
Let's just say that question might have passed through my atmosphere at some point. Okay, right. A little coach, what's the one thing you've done that would make your 8-year-old self scream with pride?
Oh, I loved my 8-year-old self. Just side
You're
note right
amazing.
there. She was cool from the age of 8. She really was. She would say, I became a warrior, as in the warrior with an A, not the anxiety-driven one. She would say, I became a warrior. I survived 5 surgeries, started over, and turned my pain into power. My 8-year-old self would be in absolute awe and probably ask if I'm a real-life superhero.
I love that. This truth is full-bodied and so are you. Love it.
But look at that sassy truth coming out, chest first.
Right? Braless and boundary-free. A little coach, what would you do if you had zero fear for 24 hours?
I'd grab a last-minute flight to Maui, Hawaii. I'd chase waterfalls, snack on way too much fresh pineapple, maybe accidentally swim with a curious turtle, because they're my favorite, and dance barefoot under the stars like no one's watching. Totally wild, totally free, bare-chested, brilliance.
Lifted voice, lifted boobs. I am all in for that. Can we have zero fear, please?
Can we go now?
Can we go now? Can we leave now?
Okay, Coach Darling. Boobs out or bra on when facing a life crisis?
You know, so for our listeners, I hate wearing a bra. Okay, I only have to do it when I really have to.
Boy, oh boy, does she fling that thing off after a work day. She is ready to snap that bra off, throw it on the floor, not even in the laundry basket, straight onto the floor.
Okay, so in all seriousness, facing a life crisis, probably a bra on. Bra, you can't actually face a life crisis with your tits just flopping everywhere.
No, because that will be a pure distraction from what you actually have to try and problem solve in that crisis, right?
100%. And then someone will try and hit on you. So,
Okay, one more at you.
Okay.
If confidence had a smell, what would yours be?
If confidence had a smell, what would mine be, hey?
Pure confidence, like you're strutting in those high heels with the best supported bra ever and your confidence is oozing. What would that smell be?
Definitely vanilla, hey? So that like nice vanilla smell that happens when you go to like beautiful hotels.
Oh,
You know,
best.
you know
that
that like-
freshness.
Yeah, that like fresh, and it just like engulfs you, and you just immediately feel calm, but like held at the same time.
But also tasty. Like you can taste that smell.
Yes, but you're completely engrossed in it. You want to know where it's coming from. That's
Brilliant.
what I would go with.
Oh, can we have some of that that confidence sprayed in here now, right
Any
now?
beautiful sponsors are listening that make something vanilla, please send it to us because we love vanilla.
Okay, can I also answer that
You
one?
can.
Okay. So my confidence smell. So it smells like jasmine and coconut sunscreen.
Yes.
Because that's the perfect mix of strength and sunshine. With a little tropical, hell yes, queen.
Love it. Unfiltered, unhooked, unapologetic. Yes. Coconut is delicious to smell.
Oh, and doesn't it just remind you of summer tropical vacations?
Lounger with a little cocktail, looking out at blue tropical waters.
You're feeling relaxed,
Yes.
unhooked, unclasped, and just chilling your tits off.
Yeah. Boobs floating in
Yeah.
the wind. Love it. Finish the sentence, a little coach. On my most unbothered day, I
sip strong coffee. I let the sun warm my skin. So just soak it all in.
Yeah.
Wear the comfiest tracksuit ever. I love me a hoodie, especially in winter. Oh,
Yeah.
my ultimate
For our,
comfort.
for our listeners, my woman loves a good, comfortable trackie. Hashtag
I know a lot of
stay.
people used to say to me, I'd get married in a tracksuit. I love them so much. I was like, yes,
Well,
I will bedazzle that tracksuit.
It's going to be a bougie tracksuit. Carry on.
I'd say no to looking at my phone all day.
Yeah, good.
And all while moving at the pace of a slow river. Like that slowness. Just, to me, when everything is slow, it just means it screams unbothered. Yes, queen. Okay. Are you ready for round 2?
Round 2.
So the knockers go deep. So these are questions going deep. Love it. One-liner questions that spill the tea, truth, and maybe a little boob sweat.
A little coach. What's a fear you never thought you'd overcome but did?
Whew, that is a really deep question, I won't lie. Okay, so I never thought I'd overcome the fear of losing control of my own body. So when I got knocked down by those health hiccups, I lost control of my body.
Yeah.
How it felt after 5 surgeries in a colostomy bag, that fear was real and raw. But I did.
Yeah.
And now I'm stronger than I ever thought possible.
Yes. Chest up, soul open. Let's go.
Right?
Okay. How about one belief about yourself you had to completely unlearn?
So I used to think asking for help or any kind of support was like waving a big red flag that said, I can't handle this, or I'm weak, I can't do this. So now I know it's the smartest, boldest move ever, because even the fiercest queens know when to call in those reinforcements like a supported bra.
Hashtag speaking truth bombs over here. And ladies, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not be able to hold everything. I wish us as women sometimes would stop being so independent and stop trying to hold the world, because actually we can be far more efficient if we just farm out some of the stuff.
And it's actually quite surprising when you do ask for help. I mean, you get a hell of a lot of no's.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because people don't understand what you're going through.
Yeah.
But some people do. They stand up to the mission and they go, I'm here to support you. Whether it's just sitting with you, whether it's just offering kind words of support.
Whatever it
They
is.
surprise you.
Yeah.
Okay, Coach Darling, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, so yours is the moment you knew you were playing small. And what did you do next?
I think the moment I knew I was playing small was when I realized that I was quite scared of success. The idea had come that it was time to leave my sound engineering job and now move on, right? And I knew in some world that I could be hugely successful at whatever I chose to do. There was a moment where I looked and thought, but if I stay here, I know this. You know, this is safe, this is easy, I don't have to do anything here. I can just coast.
Well, I mean, it's your sports bra. It's your comfort zone, right?
It's the comfort zone.
A lot of people don't want to step out of and take the risk. And when you actually take that risk, that some of that success that follows is pure brilliance.
Exactly. And I mean, that's really essentially what I did next, is I took the risk. And I was shocked to see at how much big energy there was available to step into that I would have missed out if I had allowed myself to stay small. I'd say she's a winner over here.
It's like your boobs are just being lifted.
You had the best damn lift of your life.
Okay, another one at you, Coach Darling. What's one identity you had to let go of to grow?
The one identity you had to let go of.
It's taken a while, kids. Just hang on.
Please be patient while I just go through my brain. Okay, I do have a good one.
Okay, good.
Okay, but the one identity I had to let go of to grow was being average.
Yes.
Okay, so my whole, like a good portion of my whole life, I have felt average at everything. And everything else has felt hard. It didn't matter if I was playing new sports, if I was starting a new job, if I was going to study something, if I was doing a new course, if I was trying to teach something. I felt dead average at everything.
Let me tell you, I can 100% relate to that average label.
The thing is that I embodied that average energy. I literally repelled like experiences and opportunities because I simply just went, oh no, I'm too average. That's never going to be my life. That's never going to happen for me. I had to let go of that identity in order to step into my prosperity queen era.
Is that serving truth with a little bit of side nipple?
With a little bit of sass on the side.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
How about a little coach? What's something you hid about yourself for too long and now flaunt it like a crown?
Oof. I think the one that really stands out is I hid my scars and just my medical story and what I've been through health-wise for way too long. There was never space for me to even share what I'd actually gone through. So now I flaunt my story, my scars, my battle wounds like a bejeweled crown.
A bejeweled crown?
Yeah.
Oh.
Each one is a battle won and a story worth telling. I think now I'm in such a beautiful space that I can actually share my story to help others that have been through similar, if not worse, situations. And for me, it's a huge moment just to be able to talk about it, relate to people, and help others.
Bold takes, bare chests, zero shame.
Yeah. Okay, Coach Darling. What's a belief you inherited that nearly held you back from all your beautiful dreams?
That there's a ceiling. You can only achieve so much. The ceiling is only so high. And when you hit it, that's it. That's your potential. You've tapped the potential. There's nothing else. There's nothing more. That's it. That's where you land. And I think for so long, this was the belief of my parents' generation. And I love them, but they really did have a belief that the ceiling was only so high.
Yeah.
And only when I let go of that belief was I able to step out into my queen era and be like, there is no ceiling.
And that's a huge thing to do because that is literally a belief you were surrounded by your whole upbringing.
Completely.
Well, you were just rewriting the story one cup size at a time. Well done, Queen, on that.
Okay, a little coach. What moment made you whisper, I can't go back to who I was?
Have I actually been in that whispering moments of that exact phrase at many points in my life? But I think when I chose to leave my teaching career and step fully into coaching, I whispered, there's no going back.
Nice.
There's not even an inkling of that wanting to go back. I was done playing small and I was just ready to claim my power again. And stepping into this coaching space has truly allowed me to gain some of that confidence, that power, my voice, my truth, and just share my story, share my skills and expertise, and just own it.
She's not just tits, ladies. Tools of transformation.
Okay, Coach Darling. When did you realize you were the one blocking your own magic?
I realized this after I finished yoga training. So when I became a yoga teacher, Hatha yoga teacher in 2020, I did yoga training in COVID lockdown. That was an experience for another whole episode. And then I couldn't get on the mat and teach. It was me standing in my own way. My own inner bully just showed up so hard after yoga training. My inner bully, whose name is Prisoner 106, just hashtag side note. Prisoner 106 decided, you are not teaching yoga. No one's going to take you seriously. No one's going to enjoy your classes like your mentor. Don't even bother. You're a joke. And I didn't. I never taught. I didn't get back on my mat for over 6 months after my yoga training. So I really am brilliant at blocking my own magic.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, I've seen you on your yoga mat and you are a powerful queen. We have one more question. So, what do you now know about fear that you wish every woman knew?
So I don't know if you've ever heard the acronym of fear. False evidence appearing real. And the minute you realize that everything fear-based in your life is just false evidence appearing real, it totally changes the game.
It negates it, basically.
Completely.
Gives it less power than it ever did.
Less power.
No holding force.
Fear is a temporary fence that you can jump over. It's just there to protect you from an old world system that's no longer relevant in today's world.
Fear keeps you stuck. And a lot of people are stuck because of the fear of not taking that risk and getting out of their comfort zones. No shame, no straps, and no holding back for this next round.
I love it. Love it. Round 3. Coach mode on.
Ooh.
That was our on switches, ladies. True coaching support, like a sports bra holding your jiggly rack during a marathon.
Oh, just mentioning marathon makes me want to vom.
Okay, right. A little coach. What would you say to a woman who says, I can't afford to take that risk?
Oh, I actually used to say this to myself quite often too, I must say. So I completely get it. When women say, I can't afford to take the risk, what I hear is that you're scared of losing what you already have. It's that comfort zone that we touched on earlier. And that's natural. It's human. But here's the truth. The biggest risk isn't in stepping forward. It's in staying stuck in that rut, that pure rut of boredom. Because when you stay where you are, you risk losing your joy, your health, and your dreams. What if, instead of looking at risk as loss, you saw it as a powerful choice, an investment in the life you deserve? You don't have to leap blindly. Take small, inspired steps that feel right for you. Trust your inner guidance, and remember you're not alone on this journey. Support is waiting when you're ready to say yes to yourself first.
Oh, I love that. Overflowing with honesty and maybe a little side boob. Okay, so a little coach. What's your number one mindset reframe for when self-doubt hits?
So my number one reframe is, this doubt is just my mind trying to keep me safe. So not the truth of who I am or what I can actually do. I choose to feel the fear, thank it for the signal, then move forward anyway, because growth happens on the other side of discomfort.
100%.
So there's a common thread we've been speaking about here, is playing it safe, staying in your comfort zone, but you just need to actually experiment, take the risk, get out of that comfort zone to actually reap the rewards of that success that's on the other side.
Absolutely. And ladies, please remember, leaving your comfort zone is going to be uncomfortable.
We know.
We know.
We've just left ours.
We did. Far behind. We went into space with no flippin' astronaut suit on. But here's the thing, is that the biggest growth does happen when you step out of that comfort zone.
It does. And you know what? You can reflect on it when you move forward and you go, oh, that is actually laughable now. You thought it was so hard at the time. It challenged every belief that you had. But boy, oh boy, was it worth it.
You know, one of the best coaching tips I've ever received, someone said to me, remember the hardest thing you ever did back in your life, right? If you go back, remember how you felt before that task, right? And now look at how you obviously superseded that task, right? You're not even scared of it now.
Completely. No, you're not, because you also have changed as a person.
Completely.
Everything about you's changed.
Completely. So every time you feel this new, like really heavy, fearful opportunity that comes into your world and you think, oh, I don't know if I can. Remember the last time you jumped through a really
And
big
you've
hoop.
been through it, yeah.
And you now you do it with your eyes closed. You don't even
Exactly.
think about it.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
So, Coach Darling, what would you say to a woman who says, but what if I fail?
Good. If you fail, you're going to get feedback. You're going to get an opportunity to get valuable information that comes to you to readjust. You know, a little coach, we're in a world now where nothing is about failing or succeeding. Everything is about readjusting
And tweaking.
and tweaking. When you're moving forward, whether it's a new career, a new job, a new relationship, a new friendship, a new situation, introducing a child into your life, whatever it is, okay, there is no, this is a success and this is a fail. Everything is, did this work? Yes or no? Yes, let's take that into tomorrow. Did this work? No. Let's let go of that and find another way. Failing is great. Failing is good feedback. It's good information that allows you to realign so that you can get on target for your destined life.
Jeez, those are titty truth bombs flying left, right, and center. Thank you, Coach Darling.
Because some truths live in the chest.
Yes. Round number 4, boob or bust. These are rapid yes or no, this or that, or finish a sentence. It's 2 pink tits, 0 forks.
All right. Okay, a little coach. Comfy or cute?
Comfy. You know, we were talking about those tracksuits earlier. Comfy all the way. Life's too short for discomfort and a tight, suffocating bra. Coach Darling, prosperity queen energy is...
Not giving a
Jeez, that was booby truth.
Baby truth right there.
Love it.
Prosperity queen energy. Stop worrying about what everyone thinks. This is your life, your journey, and your destined dream life. Go.
Love that.
Right. A little coach. A woman in her power looks like
Someone who's been through hell and back and still shows up loud and very proud. She's messy, real, owns her scars, and doesn't give a damn about anyone else's opinion because she's too busy living her own truth.
cup runneth over with truth. Fabulous.
Coach Darling, finish this sentence. Success with your boobs out means?
Gigantic success in your life.
Jeez, jugs full of success.
Jugs full of success. I like that answer better. Jugs full of success. Okay, a little coach. Boobs or brain, which one gets you into more trouble?
Well, both do, really. But boobs cause distractions like they're throwing a party no one asked for. Brains over here hosting a full-blown existential crisis. And together, they're the ultimate chaotic duo nobody's ready for. So finish the sentence. A woman who goes all in on herself...
Never has to look back.
Jeez, because the past...
It's gone.
It's gone.
Go all in on yourself, prosperity queens, because you deserve an absolutely prosperous life. Okay, so a little coach. This isn't just chest talk, it's soul talk, right? So what surprised you most about some of my answers today?
Well, yeah, what surprised me most, I think, was not really your answers, but just what you have actually been through and where you are today. Like, you have been through a shit ton of things in your life, from limiting beliefs growing up to the success that you've had, you've lost, and you've managed to, regain that power. And it's just incredible just to witness and be with you on this journey.
Oh,
It's phenomenal.
You're so cute.
Coach Darling, we are reflecting with our boobs now. What's one thing you hope listeners take from this episode?
That you don't have to take things so seriously. Whenever we take on these new things, new jobs, new relationships, new everything, we feel like we have to bring so much seriousness to everything. Take your foot off the gas and have a little bit of fun. That's all. Life is too short. Have some fun. Go, ladies, prosperity queens. Rain down with your prosperous joy.
And hold on to your tits.
Okay. What do you think is our audience's boldest knock they need to answer in their own lives?
Well, I think just reflecting on our conversations now, answering these questions, I think the common theme here is that stepping out of your comfort zone. Boldest knock meaning get out of that comfort zone, because that really can keep you stuck and for years. And the thing is that you don't want to then go into the future, reflect back and go, oh, I regret all of those years.
100%.
Because that is the worst feeling ever, is to be stuck, feeling like you're in that rut. Take that risk, because on the other side is so much success and reward that you didn't even think possible.
Big hearts, bigger boobs, and wilder truths. The little coach, thank you. I love that. So go on, ladies. Knock loudly, boldly, with your boobs swinging and your souls blazing. Because we've laughed, we've revealed, and we've knocked our tits hard today.
And remember, when you stop waiting for permission to go full boobs out, everything opens up. Step out of that comfort zone, queens.
Do it. So we're the two pink tits, supporting your sass, your power, and your unfiltered fabulousness. A little coach, is always such a beautiful pleasure to be with you and to share this knocking space with you.
Jeez, thank you, Coach Darling. That was so many perky perspectives today that we shared with our beautiful listeners.
Till next time, prosperity queens.
Bye.
So if you ever feel like life is just happening to you instead of for you, we're here to flick the straps, because, babe, you were born to be bold, brilliant, and wildly prosperous.
So tune in to our next episode with your tits up, tits out, tits forward.
This is the Two Pink Tits podcast. 2 tits, no limits, 1 mission.
Okay, legal stuff. We are not registered psychologists or psychiatrists. We do not prescribe medication, pills, or anything other than really good high vibe ideas.
Exactly. Love that. Couldn't have put it even better.
Exactly. We are just 2 coaches looking to make the world a better place for women and raise our vibration collectively.
Love it. Thank you, Coach Darling.
Thanks, Coach Amy.
Bye.